There we are. There we are. Finally live. Had some issues. Had some storms here. Internet has been in and out, but it looks to be running pretty good now. So finally got connected. Welcome everybody. Good luck everybody tonight. Couple unsold spots, unclaimed spots. I'm not going to force anybody into those, but like I said, I discounted both of them. So if anyone wants those to close, I'm more than happy to give them to you. So good luck, everybody, tonight. Big crowd, big crowd. I know we're getting closer to hockey. We're within 2 weeks from regular games. The preseason games are going fast and furious. Teams are making decisions. I saw a bunch of players get sent down to the CHL. So people looking to obviously just getting a little peek early in the preseason. But now as we get into the last 2 weeks of the fake games, decisions become a little more serious. Starting to see more regular rosters, not full rosters yet, but still seeing a lot of young guys looking to get some PT and to make rosters. Obviously, to be kind of some teams have them as like the black aces, guys that, do not dress, sit up in the press box, just there as players get dinged up early in the season. So it's fun, see these early games. Obviously, you see younger players get more playing time than they normally will get. You see, obviously, some veteran players or guys coming off injuries, of course, trying to shake some rust off. Then you just hope to get some updates on some of the players that are hurt to start the season. Zach Hyman out in Edmonton is going to miss some of the early year. I know Barkov down in Florida is going to miss some. I know, Matthew Tkachuk's going to be out a lot of the early part of the season into December probably. So we'll see how it is. What's up, everyone? Thomas M. stopping by. Good luck to you. Good luck to everybody. Like I said, it's fun. We got a couple double boxes in there. This is pretty fun time. Obviously, we're at 37, and we're getting lower every break. We'll be down to 34 after Sunday. So 1 in 36, 1 in 35 box odds on the weekend double box. And, of course, 2 double jersey boxes, unless we hit one tonight. So good luck to everybody with that. Like I said, a lot of the good stuff still to hit. There's not a single jersey I would be upset if it hits, whether it's one of our monsters, one of our big guys. Obviously, Yager's a big one, but obviously Clayton Keller's a beautiful big jersey. Mikko Rantanen, Jonathan Huberdeau. We some big jerseys still to hit. Lots of middle range jerseys. And of course, some of the fillers. So whatever we hit tonight, I'm happy to see whoever hits it. Can't wait to see the bids for this weekend. Obviously, as you start to get more, less and less boxes, the battles become more significant, especially for the bigger jerseys. But it's going to be fun. Like I said, things are going pretty smooth here. Still picking up some jerseys for the next reload, but we have a little more time. I think we got 3 full weeks after this weekend. Actually, no, after today, I think we have 3 full weeks before we get down to the mid-20s, and I'll probably reload again. So we're going strong. Like I said, we'll be in the regular season by the middle of 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago. So we'll still be in this reload when the regular season breaks. I'm trying to figure out if I have a giveaway for you guys. I think we're breaking opening night. I think that is October 7th for most teams. So I'll see if I can scrounge something up to give away to you guys, just as like as a freebie. Like I said, no pressure is ever necessary for my freebies. Everybody with the spot is eligible to win the giveaway stuff. So hopefully I get something for you guys for that the first. I think it's a Tuesday. Okay, I have to look at the calendar again. So we'll see. Birds are chirping. They're awake. Let me see. No dogs or cats down here. Just me. So we'll see how that goes. But good luck. Good luck. Like I said, last box we hit was, actually, the second last reload. So we still have 18 boxes from this last reload with 19 jerseys. We now have 8 from the 2 previous reloads left on the table, and then just 3 boxes, the one from May and then the 2 from late June. So they're there on the table. I haven't adjusted my stacks. Got the 3 on the left, 8 of each of the right and center, and then of course all 18 boxes on the shelves. You guys can get a little PC. There we go. There we go. 18 boxes there on the shelves. So, like I said, but I'll probably rearrange obviously after this weekend. No matter what hits tonight, unless it's one of our oldest 3, it's gonna look kind of weird with just 2 boxes on the left. But we'll see. Whatever comes out tonight, I probably won't adjust until obviously after we break a couple this weekend. So it's gonna be fun. Like I said, it's a pretty good crowd tonight. I'd like to welcome. We have Devin back in tonight. Big Al, Jason R's got a couple. I think just one spot. Yeah, just one leaf was left when he claimed. Adam R grabbed a couple. Larry V's got a couple. Brett G's got a couple. CK's got a couple. Dale C's got a couple. Joseph K's got a couple. And then we got Thomas M. You have some spots tonight. Nick F's got a spot. At least one, two. Carl Z's got a couple. Welcome back, Carl. Good to see you grabbing stuff from this most recent reload. I know you haven't been in for a little bit, so welcome back to you. Steve S is here. Very nice. Nice to see you, Steve S. There we go. We got a little Steve S in the house, grabbing the one aisle that's left on the board. Of course, in Daryl L has a spot tonight as well. So good luck to you guys, whether you're a one spotter, whether you're a 3 or 4 spotter. Everybody, I root for everybody. Don't root against anybody. Like I said, we have had some, Adam R was pretty hot. He had the back-to-back. He had both boxes Sunday. And then CK hit the Tuesday jersey, which was the Robert Thomas St. Louis Fanatics Premium rather. So we're going pretty good. Obviously, everybody was over at Big Al's. Big Al, we saw him hit a couple jerseys yesterday. Like I said, we have boxes elsewhere. I know Daryl's got a box, but he's full. Big Al, we're breaking again on Monday, so make sure we get over there. He's down. He ordered 20. He's down to 10 left. We still have some big names. I don't think he's hit a pictured headliner. Definitely hasn't hit either of the community hits, which is the Gordie Howe and the McDavid. Trying to remember when the headliners if he's hitting anything. Dale, very nice. Dale's closing it. Very good. Thank you, Dale. Let me get your name down here for both of those spots. To my eternal housekeeping here. Seth Jones, both Stanley Cup winners. Matt Murray, one with the Pens. Now, obviously, that's an Ottawa jersey. And grab Seth Jones, just won the Stanley Cup with the Florida Panthers. Of course, he was with Nashville when he was drafted, and I was there for that. And then he was with Chicago for a little bit, but he is now a Stanley Cup champion as well. So 2 Stanley Cup champions to close us out. Very nice. That's a Nashville Reebok and a Matt Murray Ottawa Senators Fanatics. So still pretty cool jerseys. We'll see if either of those hit. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dale. That means every spot is now spoken for. So I appreciate everybody getting involved, grabbing us, closing us. And like I said, if there's any unsolds for Sunday, of course, I'll post them on the Facebook page shortly after they end. That way we have, get chances anybody wants to grab, discounted spots on the Facebook page after the eBay spots, and you get a chance to grab them. They'll be open to everybody, first come, first serve. And I always post them shortly after. So we're getting there. Like I said, it's getting there. I have some boxes ready to go. I've packed them up. I haven't even done labels or anything yet, but I figured I'll probably try to get to the post office tomorrow, obviously Friday. So I'll have whatever hits tonight, plus the stuff that's hit Sunday to today. And then we had, like I said, Sunday we had a freebie. That'll be going out. Plus Adam's got his 2 jerseys. So, and whatever hits tonight, of course, will be added to that pile. So I got to work. After we're done here tonight, I'll probably get working on the sealing up the boxes and getting my labels printed so I can just drop them off at the post office. That'll save me some time having to run around on Saturday morning. So, like I said, weather got a little crummy here. It was beautiful the last couple of days, but got a little crummy today. Lots of rain. We'll see what's going on. Like I said, I'm doing the fantasy hockey draft on, I think, Saturday or something. I have to look at what it is. It's Saturday. That's why I'm going to do it. That might be what it is. No, you know what? What are we looking at? The 25th? I think it's the 27th. So today's Thursday, and Friday would be the 26th. No, so then it would be Saturday. So maybe that's probably why. So I'm thinking about mailing the stuff out tomorrow, and then of course I'll get to my draft on Sunday. I don't even have a book or anything for the Jersey League, which is that's what I won my jersey in last year as the regular season champion. I'll have that when next time we actually by Sunday, I guess I'll have that. I'll be able to show off my Syracuse Crunch Cooch jersey. So that's pretty cool. Not autographed. Obviously, I just got it custom made. So it's cool. So obviously that's something that could be where I'm thinking about possibly getting out to Allentown when that's where the the local minor league team plays and Syracuse plays them, but that's not till the beginning of next year. So I'll be able to attend a Crunch game in a Crunch jersey. Of course, it'll be at an Allentown, whoever they are. Phantoms, yes, the Phantoms. The Flyers minor league team, the Allentown Phantoms. They used to play in Philly, their minor league team. So yeah, I'll be able to get up to there and check out the games. That's kind of cool. So, I mean, is that who it is? I don't know if it's the Phantoms. I don't know what they are. And then they have, the minor league teams have been bouncing around the owners, every once in a while. I know we had one here in Philly for a while, but now we have. I don't think there's no Philly minor league team right now. So we'll see how it goes, but that's gonna be cool. Looking forward to that. So it's pretty fun weekend coming up. Obviously, the Jays got off the mat. Actually, it looks like they're going to win tonight, which is helpful. Doesn't clinch anything. Obviously, they still got work to do because the Yankees are playing the last place White Sox and handling their business. And like I said, that's big on them. Obviously, you got to win your games, but you said it's good to obviously Hoffman's not helping matters. Obviously, he's been crummy. Not a fan, but he's got to make innings interesting. It's never going to closer. Has to make every game interesting that he pitches. So we'll see if he can finally shut the door, even though they're up 6-1, ninth inning, but he's got to load the bases because that's just the way he is. Sometimes your pitchers are, you hear him like entry music, and you turn the lights off, and he's not been that kind of pitcher. He's got a lot of saves. He's got a lot of blown saves. So he's got like a 9-7 record, which is idiotic for your closer to have a 9-7 record. You'd like to be able to give the ball to somebody in the ninth inning in the playoffs and say, okay, end the game, turn out the lights, send everybody home. But he's clearly not in that mindset. Obviously, it's not even a safe situation. You can't create your own safe situation. So, just come in, throw strikes, get outs. But clearly he's not in that mindset. So we'll say, we said, if it would make sense for him to utterly collapse and blow this game because that's pretty much how their season is going, pretty much down the toilet. But like I said, the Yankees, I think, are probably going to win. Looks like they're going to sweep out the White Sox. So, it's on Hoffman, basically. Give him the ball. Let me see. Who's the guy heading? Oh no! Well, that's I can't stand him. He's a catcher for the Mariners that destroyed Toronto in the playoffs a couple years ago. So it's so he got the out. So Hoffman got out of the game, 6-1 lead, but he had to load the bases, which means he had to put the tying run in the on deck circle. So that's absurd. No, not even actually no, that would have been 6-5-1. But he actually had to load. Yeah, no, actually on deck circle, right? 4. 6-5, it would have been the on-deck circle. Yeah. Put the time run the on-deck circle. Got to make it interesting. So, yeah, like I said, obviously, like I said, the dude's got 60 home runs. Obviously, I'm sure he's been tested, so he's not juicing, but, 60 home runs is still impressive. So, yeah, Jays win. Yeah, load the bases, of course. You're up 6-1. You figure you send out your closer in a non-safe situation, just get 3 outs. No, load the bases. That's what I'm like. Yeah, that's not necessary. You can't give him the ball in the playoffs. I guess you live and die. He's the horse that got you there, kind of. He's got 30-something saves, but it's not like you feel good anytime he gets the ball. But we'll see how it is. You obviously got 3 games now against Tampa at home and the Yankees. I think play another terrible team. I don't even know who they play. Maybe Baltimore, their last place team. I know they have back-to-back series against bad teams, and beating the White Sox was their first step. They're tied with the Jays, but the Jays have the tiebreaker. So if the Jays go 2-1, Yankees go 2-1, Yankees or Blue Jays win the division. So we'll see. No, it's not boring. And like I said, if you watch the Jays games, you won't be bored at the end. If you turn it on in the 7th inning, the Jays games have been pretty interesting, but for the first 6 innings, you want to put pencils in your eyeballs. But they have been able to come back against bullpens all year long. But now you play facing hopefully you think would be the best bullpens. Though the Yankees have been a little shaky in their bullpen, but we'll see. Like I said, we're 3 games left in the regular season, but we're less than 2 weeks away from hockey. So that's what matters here. We're hockey nuts. We're hockey junkies. Hockey is the most important of all the sports, but I do watch my Jays, when I watch them. So, but hockey is what matters here. So welcome back. Like I said, Steve's back in the house. I know I got a Pop fan. I was wondering if you're going to stop in and take a stab at the Pop fan. like I was checking out some other Islanders, but you've been away. So I'm like, I'm not sure I want to keep stockpiling the Islanders in my boxes, but the reloads have been nice. Dale C. Carl Z. Carl Z's back tonight for a couple spots. I'm sure he's checking out the reload jerseys. And like I said, we still have 18 of the 19 reload boxes are up there. So, we haven't hit, obviously we had 3 boxes since we reloaded and we haven't hit one. And we hit one. That was we hit the Martin St. Louis. What was that? So that was it. That was the only reload box we hit, I think. Exactly. So yeah, we're getting there. So this is it. That was St. Louis anyway. It was one of Adam R's 2 spots he hit on Sunday was the reload. So Al loves us. No, I think Al must have some Islanders. I'm not sure who he's got in his PC, but he doesn't always have tons of Islanders. But he did hit a Panarin. What was that, Monday? He hit a Panarin. Last night he hit Erickson, Heck, and Panarin. Was that Monday? Definitely wasn't me Tuesday. So I mean, it was 2 decent jerseys that came out, but still waiting for the big names to come out. So get over there. Like I said, 60-box series. I mean, he's done 10 of them. So granted, he doesn't have the other 40, but you figure he's of the 10 boxes he has to have some decent some boxes. So we'll see. So you get over to Big Al's Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully he's doing double boxes, both of them. That's been a fun stab, painful stab when you don't hit, but it's been fun. So good luck, everybody over there. Yeah, so get to Big Al's room Monday and Wednesday. Make sure you're here Tuesday and Thursday and Sunday nights eBay bids. So like I said, I know we have a couple new people. I know somebody reached out to me on eBay. I think it was Chris. Hopefully he's here watching or maybe watching the replay, but he just wants to get an idea how it works. Not really familiar with the system here. I said obviously he doesn't have Facebook, so he's probably not going to be doing the claims on Tuesday and Thursday, but he does have eBay. So hopefully he can get involved with the spots on Sunday. I know he was eyeing some stuff up, but like I said, I know some of you guys have your targets, so I never want to give anything away to anybody, but you guys are going to have a good time fighting over stuff on Sundays. We'll be back here for 2 fun boxes. So just one tonight, so let's get to that. Everybody's a Trottier. Everybody's got a Trottier. In fact, I even have a Trottier in the PC. I think it's a custom, but it's like one of those decent. It's got. I mean, it looks big. It's not. No, I wouldn't say it's a custom, but not only because that's what they call them. It's like one of those fake Chinese jerseys, which look like the Reeboks, but they're clearly not. I mean, authentic Reeboks. But it looks nice. Like I said, it looks nice enough for me. I had it. I picked it up, and it's a nice Trottier. Verified auto. There's nothing wrong with it, but obviously it's not. It's not like a CCM. It's tougher when you get with those '80s players because you always tend to see a lot of the fake, the Chinese they call them. I don't know. I guess it's out in Singapore now. You get those fake Reeboks and the fake CCMs and the fake like now you get just pure customs is what Gold Rush and David Adams has put in boxes and for forever and RSA, like those are pure customs. That's just regular. The material is tend to be similar to what they use for stage costuming, and it's just they put the name on the back and they put the team name on the front. It's an autograph. It's verified. It's got COA. It's obviously fine for framing. Like I said, I have a Kucherov framed up. It's a custom. Like I said, I wouldn't pay big money for it, but it's a legit. In fact, I told you my Kucherov SIG on my custom is as nice as any of the SIGs on my licensed jerseys. It's just obviously because when the player's sitting there with a stack of numbers in front of them, sometimes they make a nicer job with the SIGs than if they're doing a full jersey in front of them. And it's just the way it is. I mean, it's, when you're signing stacks of numbers like a lot of these guys do at the signing sessions, sometimes they just in a relaxed mode, have a beer, just signing numbers. Sometimes those jerseys come out with much nicer SIGs than the stuff. I mean, a lot of places where, like AJ's or Frozen Ponds, those framework, they actually have somebody sit there and make sure their signatures are real nice. I mean, that's just, that's a pure, hosted signing session. But if they're just doing a signing session, someplace in a mall or at a bar, or, if you catch them in a practice rink, the SIGs aren't as nice as even some of those custom SIGs. So, I mean, it just depends. Depends on how you want to present it. I mean, if you want to frame it up, I love the way my Kucherov looks in the shadow box with Vassy and my point pucks, and I mean, this looks nice. It's a nice shadow box, and it's Cooch. I mean, that's the only display jersey I have. Everything else I have either boxed up or hanging in the closet. So, but like I said, whatever you guys do with your collection, I know some of you guys, some of you guys have great puck collections. You've built shelves or railings to display them, and jerseys. It's always nice to put jerseys in a frame. Some of you guys have seen some of your rooms where you have a huge, basement or game room where you put like 5 or 6 frame jerseys in the wall. It looks absolutely fantastic. Some of the stuff looks unbelievable. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, some of those, like I said, some of the older guys, they've been doing the SIGs forever, especially with like sit down sessions where it's pretty. Like I said, even got like we've had Guy Carbonneau a while back, and he's got a huge name. He just signs sometimes the ink gets a little thick when you sign his name, but Carbonneau's signature looks great, like on a jersey. I mean, it's just unbelievable. What's up, Adam R? Speaking of the man with the hot hands, Adam R is looking to pick things back up after hitting the double on Sunday. Like I said, I mean, it's some of these guys, especially older guys, they tend to make real nice, work with their SIGs, which is cool. Like the young players, some of these signatures are atrocious. It's almost disturbing how bad some of these current signatures are. I'm like, come on. I mean, have some care in your craft. I mean, you're giving it to, even if it's somebody to sell it, I mean, you still got to make it look nice. I mean, if it's somebody that wants to keep it as a keepsake, you got to make it look nice. So, I mean, I'm always impressed when I see some of these jerseys come out and they're the older players and it's custom and it's just an absolutely beautiful SIG. That's what you gotta do. It's like you look at Hasek. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Dominic Hasek autographed. The dude is, I mean, he doesn't even have that many numbers or letters in his name, but his signature is absolutely stunning. In fact, my Hasek in the PC is a Team Czech custom. I just loved his SIG so much. I'm like, you know what? I couldn't decide which team to chase for Dom. I'm like, I could have got original old school Chicago. I could have gone Buffalo. I could have got Ottawa. Like, I mean, I don't want to do, I wanted the Hasek. I couldn't decide what team to get. And I said, you know what? Let me get a Team Czech one. And I wasn't going to spend an arm and a leg trying to find an old Nike, Team Czech jersey signed up by him. So, I found a nice Czech, Hasek, and the signature is beautiful. So I mean, sometimes you just gotta say, okay, that's the only real, I think, pure. I mean, I have some customs like my Jack Eichel Boston U is a custom, but that's a beautiful Boston U jersey. I mean, it's patched up. It looks just like the Cos jersey where he played there, but that's real cool. But like I said, the international stuff tends to be custom more often than not, and some of the jersey SIGs are absolutely beautiful. So it's it's more personal preference at that point in time. If it's got a legit COA, and then, like I said, there's no question to the authenticity. I mean, sometimes if the SIG is nicer, I'm more than happy to have it, in my PC. But everybody, like I said, to each their own. But yeah, so let's get going. 1 box tonight. Good luck, everybody. Like I said, I would get, after we get done here doing my wrap-up stuff, I'm going to see if I can find any hockey highlights from the games. I missed all of them. Watching the Jays game was national broadcast on MLB .TV. So I mean that's out of the way tonight. So I'll start checking out the highlights of the hockey. Like I said, I'm not going to do too much crimping for my draft this week. But like I said, I'll probably grab a book and have an idea of who I want to get. And then, like I said, you always have to be able to adjust on the fly when you're drafting against other people. So especially live. So see how it is. Yeah, the hockey's the best. I mean, the speed at which they play, just when you're there and you feel the cold of the ice, depending how close you are. Just, I mean, like I said, I've been to, like I said, I've seen the Bolts play when they in the Thunderdome. You're in a giant baseball arena and they had the hockey rink set up in there for a couple seasons, and it's a weird, just feel like playing in the dome like that. But it was cool. Like I said, at the time they stunk, so I was able to get seats down low. One day I sat like in the where the umpires leave. That was where the the visiting team came out of. So I think maybe even both teams came out. I think the visiting team definitely did. And I basically sat like on the railing right there and next to the backup goalie for the Capitals. He was on the bench right next to me. Like that was game day tickets I was buying for like $35, $40. So it's like, now that's absolutely insane. But back then that was the way to do it. So it was fun. So here we go. Like I said, let's get going. Like I said, the jerseys there on the table. I got 23 on the table, 18 on the shelves. No, that's not right. 18 on the shelves, 19 on the table, 37 total. As I said, I can't wait. Like I said, I don't have a Utah, and I didn't want to get one from that first season. So I'll probably now they have the crest with the mammoth crest is real cool. I'll probably look for one probably over the next year or so to add. I have a Keller Arizona jersey, so I don't necessarily need a Keller mammoth jersey. And you haven't seen the Tijagindle yet. Obviously, if Tijagindle hits, he's going to be a fan favorite there. Obviously, Jerome's son. Love to see him, be a monster in Utah. And if he hits, that's probably one of the guys I'll chase. I don't love any of the other Mammoth players other than Keller, and I like to see Iginla. Sergachev was a Lightning, so I don't even have a Sergachev Lightning one. And they have some cool players. See guys like Cooley. They have some really good young players, but nobody that's has me wanting to hunt down and have to add to the PC. So I'll wait. Like I said, I have no rush to add a Mammoth jersey, but I will definitely at some point in time have to add one of those to the PC. So I think the only Vegas jersey in my PC is a Marc-Andre Fleury. So that's weird. Like I've had a lot of them. I got one coming in the next reload, two coming I think in the next reload. I've had a lot of Vegas jerseys, all the colors, the white, the gold, the gray. But like I said, the only jersey I have for them in my PC is a Marc-Andre Fleury, who actually went to the Cup, but obviously he's not there anymore. Now I think he has a second team since then. He was in Minnesota. I don't know where he's playing now. I think he bounced around. Oh, you know what? He took a tryout, basically a one-day tryout, I think, with the Penguins. So he retired as a Penguin. So that's kind of what he did. So that's kind of cool. Like he's not trying to make the Penguins team. I think they're pretty deep with their goaltending situation, but I think he signed there just so he could retire as a Penguin, which is cool. Players do that in baseball all the time. They don't play. They basically just sign a one-day contract to retire. Or Halliday did that with the Jays before he retired, and obviously rest in peace. But yeah, I think in hockey you're seeing more of these guys signing the tryout contracts and playing a game, in front of the home fans before they can, officially retire, which is cool. Like I said, it's since the games don't matter, there's no harm, no foul. Just light icing the player for a game before they retire, which is kind of cool. It'd be nice to see guys like, unfortunately, Taves is now at Winnipeg. It would have been cool to see him retire with the Hawks, but he still feels he has some left. Obviously, he's now up in Winnipeg this year. But like I said, it's a shame when players go forever on a team and then they leave to have, just a cup of coffee on their way out the door. So, but it's cool. I'm very looking forward to that, though. It's Chris Terry. So he scored, like, he might actually make the team. So that's different. Like, I don't think there's no guarantee, there's no promises that Terry will be with the Isles, but they got such a good young team right now, up and coming young team, not good yet, but they got an up and coming young team. Obviously, their rookies are playing in camp. I know Atkinson got banged up a little bit against the Flyers the other day, but obviously Schaefer looks good. They want to get players. They brought in Shabadov from Russia. They have players trying to get some chemistry with, with the line mates. It'd be nice to see if Terry can play for them. They're still looking to replace guys like Brock Nelson, who's gone. They're still trying to figure out where they're going to get some scoring on that team. But like I said, I like seeing guys get PTOs, which is fun. Even if you just get the PTO and it's just to come in and retire with that franchise. It'd be cool to see that more often. I'm not sure why we haven't. I don't know if it affects. I don't think it matters with your cap or anything like that, but it's cool to see, guys like Fleury who won the cup, get a chance to skate in front of the Pittsburgh fans and then, retire, his own decision. So that's kind of cool. So let's go. Let's get going to this box. Let's get going. I got stuff to do after we're done here, and then we're getting ready for, of course, Sunday's double box. Let me get my breaks going. Packers lost to the Brownies. Yeah, so you're digging the Big Al. Big Al's not taking the Packers loss probably very well. So I know that's the drill, though. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't realize you had season tickets this year. I knew you went to a bunch last year. I didn't realize you were actually dove in with season tickets this year. That's pretty good. You had some great seats last year at games I saw when you would post pictures. I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I used to get for the Bolts games. Well, I mean, the Utah, that's the first year, so I'm sure those tickets are a little tougher overall. But when the Bolts were down, I mean, obviously the snowbirds down there in Florida could, neither care about them as much. Obviously they won a cup earlier in their tenure down there, but when they were down in between, the tickets were easy. It was fun. Like I said, when you're sitting in your seats, you can hear, the coaches, calling out instructions. I mean, that's kind of cool. It feels like you're at a minor league game, even though the arena was mostly full. But that's fun. Like I said, minor league games are fun because it's like that. I mean, here it's a small arena. Like in Trenton, we should go to the ECHL Titans games. It's a small arena. You're only talking, no real upper deck. It's just like a small, ledge with seats on the second deck, and it's all lower bowl stuff, and that's fun. So let's get going here. Let me get it. Where's my list? Where's my dice roller? Here it is. And my list. Okay. Very good. Let's get going this, guys. You guys know the drill. We always do 5 or more on my boxes to come up with our box we're going to open. Boxes are here in order, of course. 81 is the May box. 23 and 32 are the late June box. Then we have 36 through 48 of July. That's 8 of those. 50 through 65. There's 8 of those. That's the August reload. And then 67 through 86 is our September reload. So there we go. So we got at least 3 full weeks after today before the reload. I think 4 full weeks, 3 full weeks. We're at 37. So probably we'll be down to 36 up tonight. Probably do another dozen, so we'll get probably 24. Probably when looking for a reload. I have some buffer there. We'll see what we can do. But everybody get ready for the start of the season. Like I said, October 7th, you're looking 2 weeks away. So here we go. I think it might be 2 weeks ago exactly. I don't know how the calendar works on September. I don't have it in front of me. So, but yeah, I believe the 7th is most games start. Some teams start 8th and 9th. And even 10th, but a lot of games start on the 7th. So if you don't have your package, definitely sign up to have that because it's great to watch out-of-market games. You get so many games all night long, early, middle, night, late nights, and so many players you don't get to see, depending on, especially on the East Coast guys, chance to watch this young Sharks team, chance to watch Edmonton, best players in the league, McDavid and Draisaitl. Like I said, watch the very end of the career of Kopitar. I don't know who was a fan. I loved him. Absolute great player. Kind of like the Barkov of the West. Great all-around player, captain of his team, Stanley Cup champion, almost exactly like Barkov. So they're the great defensive players, great face-off guys, great offensive skills. Great player to watch on his swan song season. So here we go. 5 or more, guys. Let's do it. See what we got. 5 or more. It's going to be 6 times the list. So good luck, everybody. Every jersey is a great jersey. 2 double boxes. Let's see if we hit one. 6 times, guys. Good luck, everybody. 1, 37 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the box we're going to open up tonight is going to be box number 41. 41 is actually not reload, not the last reload, but the one before it. 41. 8 boxes in that run. 6 times. Box 41. Let me get my notations. Box 41. Oh, this is going to be fun. 41. Cool. We got some biggies in here. Box 41. Good luck to everybody. Some great jerseys in here. Great jerseys in here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 jerseys in this run. I have 8 different owners. There we go. Box 41. Let me back that out. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Like we got lots of owners. Nobody's nailed down multiples. It's always good. Everybody's got a shot here. Here we go. Box 41 right there in dead center. Very, very good. Box 41 it is. Let's do it. It's gonna be fun. Okay, where's my list? My list of owners. Box 41. There is not a double box in this run. Box 41 it is. See what we got here. Let me look at my list. Some nice jerseys in this one. Box 41 it is. Like I said, whatever hits today, I will end on eBay. Spots are live. I didn't see any bids in early yet. I'm sure maybe by now there is, but those spots are all live. We'll be down to 36 and 35 boxes. 2 double boxes will be in there for sure. This is not a double box. Box 41, what do you got for us? Whew, very, very nice. This goes to Larry. There it is. Linus Olmark, Boston Bruins, Adidas 100. This is one you got to see, man. This is such a beautiful, look at the gold, not the yellow and black, the gold and white numbers. Linus Olmark, Fanatics, COA. Such a beautiful jersey. I know we had an Olmark in there before, and I couldn't wait to get this in. I've been sitting on this one for a while. Adidas Pro, Linus Olmark. Look at the fight strap, of course. Linus Olmark, Black Ink Sig, Fanatics COA. Look at this thing. Bruins 100 patches on both. Not just both sleeves? No, just that one sleeve. There it is. Look at that. It's tough to see, man. This is a gold, not yellow. This is a gold kind of sequin, kind of like the way they do the Vegas Golden Knights, but this is the Boston Bruins. Unbelievable gold B, the spoke B on the front of the Bruins. Boston Bruins again, 1924, 2024. Very, very nice. Vezina Trophy winning season for Linus Olmark. Congratulations to our resident Beach fan, Larry V, with the Olmark. Congratulations. Very, very nice. Such an absolute beautiful jersey. Very good. There we go. Olmark it is. Going to Larry V. Congratulations. Sorry for everybody, of course, that did not hit. That is an absolute blue. There it is, Larry V in the room. I knew you were here last couple of breaks, so I'm glad you're here when you hit this. Such a beautiful jersey. And like I said, I'm jealous. I just love, like I said, I don't have one of the 100th anniversaries of my PC. It's just a great jersey, man. Such a beautiful gold all the way around. Like the trim is the gold, sparkly, the numbers, the crest, the patch. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, and it's obviously he's not, not in Boston anymore, but that was where he won the Vezina Trophy. Congratulations to Linus Olmark. It's an unbelievable season. Congratulations to Larry V. Such a beautiful Bruins hit. Such a beautiful hit. So thank you much. Like I said, I love seeing these beautiful jerseys come out because there's not as nice to be boxed up. So these are the kind of ones that like to see the light of day. So there we go. Olmark going to Larry. So thank you much. I will end that. That will no longer be on eBay after tonight's. Like I said, the rest of them are there for you guys to get your bids in. I appreciate the continued support. Can't wait to see you guys back here on Sunday. And make sure you enjoy the rest of your week and into the weekends and get your bids in. Don't bid early, bid often, bid late, whatever you got to do, whatever your strategy is, please do it because I hate to see anybody miss their spot, of course, when it comes around to the auctions ending on Sunday. So thank you much, guys. I appreciate it. Look forward to boxing this one up and getting this one out to you, Larry. Such a beautiful jersey. Going to a good home, I know. So thank you much, guys. Yeah, congratulations, everybody. Adam R., Larry V., Thomas M. sending congrats. You guys are a great group. Great group. Great break family we got here. I can't wait to see what comes out on Sunday. So thank you much, guys. Enjoy the the hair pulling in the next couple of baseball games. Of course, we get ready for the hockey, but I will see you guys back here on Sunday afternoon. Thank you guys. Waffleboard Breaks is out of here. Take care, guys.